I'm Nicholas Hammerling from EterniTrees. I'm the president and CEO. I also invented this and co-designed it with Helen Dewberry and my partner, Bill. You'll see that the product is actually an innovative green product that started with an idea in Portland, Oregon. It's actually a tree seed that's been embedded in a biodegradable urn. This biodegradable urn like this was designed by Helen over here. It's actually a soft bisque that's got a very big proprietary mix of cornstarch in it. This allows it to biodegrade. So it breaks apart. When the cremated remains are put inside of here and goes into the ground, the magic happens. Inside the cap, the expanding nutrients cover the cremated remains completely, neutralizing the pH. A high pH in the ground is detrimental to the growth of any tree. So this neutralizes the pH. It also balances the problems that you have with the heavy salts and the metals, the mercury that's in the cremated remain. Then inside of here we also have a growth medium. It's expanding peat moss with tree seeds. And the tree seeds are 21 different trees that grow all over the United States. So every zone has a different tree. So we have trees that complement each area. We have everything from flowering cherries to the eastern redbuds to deciduous trees and to pine trees, and beautiful, beautiful range. So what happens is you find the personality of your loved one. You think, you know, Grandpa loved to fish down by the river. Now what you're able to do is Grandpa can stay fishing by the river, but now he becomes the shade for future generations. He becomes a weeping willow by the river, and forever and ever he's doing what he loved. The idea of scattering to the wind is such a sad, sad thing. We all think about it, scattering, becoming one with nature again, but this becomes a living memorial. It's the same thing. You're becoming part of the earth, you're becoming more than that. You're a place now for future generations to come and commune, have a picnic under, and to love your relatives.
Well, and that answers an interesting dilemma. When people want to scatter on public land, they can scatter, but they can't put a memorial up. But I don't think the government has any problem with people planting trees out there. So that's
Actually, that's wrong.
Oh, really?
People would have a problem. If you took a palm tree and you wanted to go into a forest, they wouldn't want an invasive species into a specific type of forest. So the secret to this is that you find a place that your tree will complement. And we give that information inside the urns on how to do that. So you find a place that it would complement. And then you go and you plant the tree. Instead of just the scattering, which all over the United States, they say by the different bureaus and the different organizations that are involved in it, which is like in Oregon, it's the Mortuary and Cemetery Board. They deem that scattered remains, human remains, have no biohazard. There's no DNA supposedly left. There's nothing that left that could actually hurt the environment. We actually believe the soul is still in our loved ones. It's still part of them, and that's why we carry our cremated remains so lovingly. We care for them. We care for the remains of any of our family members in the traditional burial scenes. So when you just scatter them into the ground, and in a national park, they allow that because there's no harm in it.
Correct.
For you to dig a hole 7 inches deep to place this inside, even though it's an urn, it biodegrades and disappears into it's 35 cubic inches instead of a full size. It's only about a seventh of a person. That's allowed to be scattered. That's the exact amount they would allow in one area. So that's why it's designed this way.
Okay. Okay.
Now we do it for pets as well.
For
so
pets?
The blue ones are for pets.
Ah.
See, the blue ones are for pets and the green ones are for people.
Okay.
And
what a lovely way to commemorate your loved one and addressing the growing trend of cremation as well.
Well, the trend of cremations is a reason why. It's not just that it's inexpensive, which is a big part of it, but there's more than that. We live in a mobile society now. Most of the people that we have, my mom was living in upstate New York when she passed. I brought some of her cremated remains home with me, and I planted a tree in a waterfalls. It's actually on the tin can here. It's right here in Multnomah Falls. She loved this place. And now she's already a tree that's about 11 inches high, 4 years now, sitting there. I still look at that is where my mom is. Now most of her remains are up there buried with my stepfather, but that little bit is still with me. And that's the part about our mobile society. We're 3,000 miles away, but she's still with me. But when you're in a normal cemetery these days, hardly ever people are able to go there and visit because of that. Now you can go there all the time.
That's wonderful. Do you have a website?
Well, we do. It's www, obviously, EterniTrees.com. Now, we don't sell to the public, but you're able to go in there and get all the information that you can, and then go to your funeral home, to your veterinarian office, and the reason why we don't sell to the public, a lot of people ask me why, is because cremated remains are they're a blessed thing, a personal thing. The remains of the one you love. I wouldn't want people trying to do that on the kitchen table and scattering it and dropping it all over the place or something. That's not what it's about. This is a very special moment.
Okay. Well, thank you and congratulations on winning the KIP Award for 2013.